Hello, I'm Matt Guff from thehouse.com, and these are 2018 Burton snowboard bindings. This is the Escapade Reflex, and this is the Lexa Reflex. They're designed for all mountain use for intermediate to advanced level riders. The Lexa is a little bit more for freestyle than all mountain, but both do well in all conditions. The Lexa comes in 4 different colorways. Escapade comes in 2, and they have a women-specific design and true fit design from the ground up, meaning that they're specifically designed for women. Every single component within the binding is designed with the women in mind. Both are really great options. If you're an all-mountain rider, you're going to love the Escapade, especially if you're a little bit more advanced. And again, the Lexa is a little bit more for a freestyle rider. I'm going to show you their similarities and their differences, and hopefully by the end of the video, you'll be able to decide which binding is best for you. Both of them feature what's called a reflex style base plate. It's a single component, 30% short glass nylon composite, meaning that this thing is actually mounted with traditional style discs. The great thing about the reflex style base plate disc is that they're compatible with any kind of boards out there. They're compatible with 2x4 and 4x4 mounting patterns and the channel system, which is found exclusively on Burton boards. Now, if you ride a Burton board, of course you can get the reflex options of both, but you should probably get the EST option, which is only compatible with, of course, Burton boards, both for the Escapade and for the Lexa. One thing I really love about these bindings is actually the footbed. The footbed on this is called an autocant full bed. From your heel all the way to your toe, there's going to be EVA padding that's ultra thick. There's B3 gel in the heel area and an autocant system that aligns your ankles, your knees, and your feet a little bit better so you're more comfortable so you can ride for longer, which is a ultimate goal. Like, it's better to stay outside and snowboard than inside and just kind of like be uncomfortable. The footbed really is great, and it also has a kind of underfoot dampening pad underneath that base plate as well to help absorb a little bit more impact and style of shock. And you'll find both footbeds in both of these bindings, both the Escapade and that Reflex. Now, the thing that's like vastly different is actually this high back, but there is some similarities. They both are canted. They kind of align your ankles, your knees together a little bit more, and they have what's called zero lean. That means that the Highbacks can be perpendicular with the snow. You don't have to have any forward lean on them, but if you want forward lean, they do have adjustments. The adjustment on the Escapade is called a micro forward lean adjustment, or micro flad, and then on the Lexa Reflex, you'll find what's called a living hinge and a dial forward lean adjustment. But the biggest differences that you see within the Escapade Reflexes and the Lexa Reflex Highbacks are actually on the inside. This is a heel hammock found on the Lexa. It actually helps to grip your heel of your boot and lock it into that heel pocket, whereas the Escapade almost has like a double style high back. It's called a kickback hammock. It actually acts as a little bit more of a shock absorber and helps your binding or your boot to roll inside of your binding just a little bit more. The Lexa Reflex features a really cool ankle strap. Now, both ankle strap actually are cool. They're called hammock style straps, but they have a little bit different design. What I like about the hammock straps is that they're not they're not sensitive to temperature. So when it's really cold out, they're not going to become brittle or hard or harder than they actually are right now, which is great. And they use a lot less material because it's a mold injected style strap. Now, the difference though is that the lateral section on the asymmetrical hammock strap that's found on the Lexa Reflex is going to have a little bit more upper support, and that allows for the bindings to be like ridden a little bit more with a little bit more forward or back style support, so meaning that you can press over the top and you're not going to fold over the nose or the tail of the board because there's a little bit more upper support on that ankle strap. But again, there's going to be a lot of really great 3D style contours on both of these straps. They form to any boot basically out there. And of course, all of the straps feature micro adjustments, so you can adjust those straps down the center line of your boot for a custom and very precise style fit. The Escapade Reflex and the Lexa Reflex both feature the Super Grip cap strap. It's a toe strap that can only be worn on the front of your toes, not on the top of your boot like some other bindings out there. I really like this strap as well because it's mold injected, it's rubber, and it contours again to any style of boot out there. Both Escapade and the Lexa actually feature what's called a double take buckle. The double take buckles are ultra great because they wear less on the teeth of the ladders. There's a helical side tooth and a perpendicular side tooth. The helical side actually guides the buckle over the top of the ladder. The underside actually keeps it locked in place, and it also features what's called Insta-Click. Insta-Click allows for the bindings buckle to be clicked one time, there, and actually locked in place. So you don't have to play around with it a lot. And another cool thing about both ankle straps is they feature a flex slider that allows for the straps to be fully open and not in your way when you're trying to get your foot inside when you're on top of the hill. Both are really great bindings. Again, the Escapade Reflex is going to be a little bit more for that hard charging all mountain rider. It's going to be a little bit stiffer and more responsive than the Lexa. The Lexa is going to be a little bit more for that freestyle rider. And both, again, feature the Reflex style base plate, which is compatible with disc mounting systems for 2x4 and 4x4 patterns, and of course the channel system. If you've ever ridden either of these bindings, let me know what you think. Leave a comment or a question, of course. And if you haven't done so already, remember to subscribe to the channel. We just broke 25,000 subscribers, and that's a pretty awesome thing. And of course, we couldn't do it without you. So thanks again for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys on snow.